The strangest thing about WWE Raw was Triple H and the booking. That's it. That's all. That was the only stranger things about the whole show. I will say I did like the whole opening monologue, whatever, intro they into the arena, Barclays Center that they did and everything. And all that, the set and all that. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, this Raw was trash. Horrendous. WWE is like a toxic relationship that you just keep going back to, a toxic ex that you keep going back to. That's the only way I could describe it, because I question myself. I have people that also question me, like, why are you still supporting this company and stuff? And I'm like, maybe it's like, when you're a fan of a football team or a sports team, it's just you get so mad with them, but you want to see them just go so good because of history. You grew up with this, you just love it, and you have just a habit, and you just tune in out of habit and hope, and you just hope for like change, even though they keep telling you, fuck you, we don't care about you. That's the only thing, that's the only way I can compare it to. Like, wrestling is its own entity, to be honest. So it's hard to compare it to other things, but that's the only explanation I could give to why I even still tune into this shit. We had Corey Graves, Michael Cole come out trying to, just struggle to come out of the WSQK radio van and stuff like that. It's just hilarious, Start off the night with a tag team match that nobody cares about. We've seen Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors about a gazillion times. And I could have sworn I went to Survivor Series and I saw them same individuals in the same match. So that should have been at the end of the feud, right? No, we're having this match. And there's you could go rewatch the match. I could count about 15 botches in this match. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky wins. Do you care? I don't. Because the women tag belts mean nothing. They haven't been nothing for years. I don't know if they've ever been anything. You know what I mean? I mean, them belts are the reason why we don't even have Sasha Banks in the company now, or one of the reasons why we don't have Sasha Banks in the company now, and why Naomi walked out years ago. But yeah, these belts stink, and I don't care. I know Rhea's probably gonna turn on Io pretty soon when they lose it, because I'm pretty sure that's the match they're gonna have for WrestleMania next later. It is 2026 already. This year in April, they're gonna have Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, because the story here is that Rhea can never beat Io. So if you can't beat them, join them right now until you get Io in a weak spot, and then here we go. We got the Rhea Io battle for WrestleMania 42. But yeah, I really could care less about that. The tag belts of Rhea and Io, your new tag champions. Who cares? The Usos came out and basically had a nothing burger for the crowd. Just came out, yeeted, and talked about nothing. That's really it. Usos are actually my favorite tag team. You know what I mean? But on this channel, I keep it real. I don't care. I'm not one of these creators that's trying to get a job with WWE. I could care less. I could build my own brand. I don't need WWE. I don't care to interview none of these niggas ever. You know what I mean? I'm here to keep it real. I'm just here to express my thoughts, and hopefully we can all be part of the change in this company. I highly doubt, but we just hope, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, the Usos came out in the crowd, just nothing burger. Nothing. Who cares? You know what I mean? Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. Oh, this match, one of the worst women's matches of all time. This match, Becky Lynch gets put in an ankle lock on Maxine Dupree puts Becky Lynch in an ankle lock, and Becky Lynch kind of rolls awkwardly and it's a roll up. 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch is your new IC champion, which she should have never lost the belt in the first freaking place. But hey, whatever. And it's like, I'm like, you have her beat Maxine like that? You know what I mean? You're telling me you're preparing for a Becky Lynch, AJ Lee feud, and I'm supposed to care about it when Becky Lynch has lost to Maxine Dupree multiple times, and she could only beat Maxine Dupree via roll-up, ankle lock roll-up, whatever you want to call it. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You know what I mean? This is Becky Lynch we're talking about. And then this is Maxine Dupree. Look, Maxine Dupree. I don't try to be in wrestlers' lives too much because I don't care. You know, I don't know these people. I did see Maxine Dupree. I think she just got married or something like that. Congrats to her. I shout out Maxine Dupree. She's from Sacramento. Shout out Sacktown. I love Sacramento. That's my home. You know, but a lot of people tonight were talking like Donald Trump about Maxine Dupree. They was all like, oh, lights, you know, turn off the lights. The lights were too bright for Maxine Dupree. I'm here to tell you, I know Maxine Dupree wasn't here for the bright lights since she debuted. Maxine Dupree just doesn't have it. And that's okay. Some of these people are just not wrestlers. I appreciate her trying and stuff, but I don't want a wrestler that's just trying. Oh, I feel like she's getting better. You shouldn't be saying that about one of your champions. I be hearing fans, there's people I know that say that about her, and I'm like, you feel okay with saying that you feel okay about putting a title on someone that you feel is trying, or you feel is what's it called? I just feel they're getting better with each, you know, they're just trying. She's just trying. Like, don't be so mean to her. Like, that's what you want one of your champions to be? Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just crazy, man. Maxine Dupree, you know, she don't gotta care what I say, but I just never believed in the Maxine Dupree Intercontinental title stuff. I couldn't do it, man. We also had Stephanie McCoy. Now, I thought she was gonna relinquish her belt because she came out with her a boot on her foot. So I thought she was gonna relinquish it, but no, she came out with Jackie Redmond, sat here and talked a nothing burger, pretty much said, I'm still gonna fight and everything. And then Raquel Rodriguez proceeds to brutalize her all through the ring, takes her backstage, stomps on her foot and all that stuff, man. That was one segment I actually liked a little bit. I actually liked Raquel beating up Stephanie McCoy on taking her to the back. I wish she would have done more destructive stuff in the backstage, but this product's so bad right now. It's like you just gotta take what you could take at this point. It's just sad. And also this segment kind of reminded me of when Jade Cargill beat up Tiffany Stratton before Saturday night's main event when they was about to go to Utah, the one I actually was at. But it kind of reminded me of that. But I actually liked the Raquel segment. And just the only problem is nobody cares about Raquel Rodriguez, and that's unfortunate. But there you go. I know I'm not going in complete order here. It doesn't I don't care. You know what I mean? But this segment right here, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to make a video on this Austrian goof, Gunther. And you know, I've been trying to tell his goofy fans that his heat was never going to be nuclear. It never was. If it was nuclear, it was gonna go out a few weeks tops, maybe a month at most. I don't see Gunther having this nuclear heat. And even tonight, it wasn't that nuclear. It was almost awkward. Like, there were some times he was trying to talk and fans would try to like boo a little bit over him, but it wasn't like deafening. You know what I mean? I'm looking at all their faces. They're more looking through their phones at him, trying to record him. But nuclear heat was never there. And this guy proceeds to keep saying that, you know, he tapped out John Cena. He's a bitch, you know, all that stuff. And it's like, what? Okay, what are you, though? What are you? Let's get to you. What are you going to do about it? Okay, we get it. John Cena's a bitch. What about you, dog? What are you going to do? Bro, AJ Styles comes out and proceeds to defend Cena, whatever. And then AJ Styles smacks the shit out of this dude. Literally bitch slaps him. And I'm going to let you guess what Gunther did. I'm going to let you guess, since this is the most devastating heel in the company's history. Since this is the most dominant heel, I'm going to let you guess what Gunther did tonight. The most devastating heel in the company. Let's just guess. Just guess. I'm going to pause. Let's just guess. Let you think. Okay, you're done? Okay, he proceeded to do nothing like a bitch. That's what he did. Okay, let me tell y'all something, all right? Anybody out here, you don't got to be a fighter. Look, I don't claim to be a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I try not to fight. If it gets to that point, hey, I'll try to, we'll try to talk the situation down. But if I got to fight, trust and believe, I'll kick your ass. You know what I mean? But I'm not a fighter. And if you're not a fighter, you can't fight, that's fine. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If another person smacks you in your face and you don't do anything, and they have no weapon on them or nothing, they don't got like 5 niggas around them and shit, and you proceed to do nothing, you are a bitch. I'm sorry, you are a pussy. You sit down when you pee. I don't know what else to tell you. That's what this motherfucking Austrian fuck just did tonight. He literally sat there and got bitch slapped in front of everybody. And I'm supposed to believe that he is a top heel. Are you out of your mind? This is who tapped out John Cena 3 weeks ago. And you got fans sitting here talking about this magical story that's supposed to be told with him, and all he's done is fight R-Truth and fight a bunch of scrubs, and then he's about to go up against a retiring AJ Styles next Monday, and he got bitch slapped and bitched by AJ Styles, a 50-year-old, almost 50-year-old dude. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is what we tapped out John Cena for. Even if John Cena thought that was the right decision. John Cena, this is the story that you decided to play out in your head for your own character? Are you kidding me? Gunther stinks. He's a jobber. I don't care for him anymore. I haven't cared about Gunther really since he lost to Sami Zayn 2 years ago at WrestleMania. I haven't cared about Gunther since he ran away from Damian Priest during their feud. I really haven't cared about Gunther when he tapped out to Jey Uso. I haven't cared about Gunther when he couldn't even make Pat McAfee tap out. I don't care about Gunther. They're going to have to do a lot more for me to care about this Austrian fuck. I'm telling you. I don't understand why people really was sitting here debating with niggas talking about Gunther tapping out Cena was a good decision, and this is what we're getting from Gunther, and he's not even getting nuclear heat. Logan Paul gets more heat than this fool. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? Hell, that comedian, that Hinchcliffe guy, he gets more heat than Gunther, and that's a fact. It's crazy, man. Unbelievable, man. Gunther stinks. And I almost feel bad for Gunther because he has so much potential. But at the same time, this guy is almost 40. He's at the tail end of his career. So it's really like, what more can we get from Gunther at the point of his career? What can you get? He's a joke. He always getting bitch slapped too. I remember Jimmy Uso slapped him. Like, what are we talking about? He does nothing. I don't care if he even makes AJ Styles bleed next Monday. Like, you're supposed to do something now. When somebody puts their hands on you, you're supposed to smack them. I don't care about we could all suspend our disbelief with wrestling, right? But it's just like, dude, AJ Styles is smaller than you. He's pushing 50, or if he is 50, I ain't really looked at AJ Styles' age, but I know he's like in the end of his 40s or early 50s. This nigga slaps you. And you just got done saying that John Cena is a bitch this, bitch that, he tapped, when you are doing just the same, even more bitch shit than that nigga. Are you kidding me? Like, what are we talking about? It's crazy. His fans are crazy, and I can't wait to make a video on this guy because it's just like, what are we talking about, man? It's unbelievable. Liv Morgan fought Lyra Valkyria for whatever reason. Is that something that you would go back to? Okay, you wouldn't? Okay, so why are we having it? You know what I mean? Nobody cares about Liv and Lyra. I've been seeing them fight each other since WrestleMania. I don't care about it, man. Plus, I don't care about Bayley's Venom ass multi-personality disordered character either. Like, the shit is a flop. When it first happened, I was like, oh, maybe they could do something here. They haven't done shit. It doesn't matter. The Bayley character, I don't care. I don't care if she turns on Lyra. It stinks. All right? I don't care about it. Liv beats Lyra on a meaningless match that literally didn't expand no storylines. Plus, I don't know if Raquel Rodriguez, is she out of the Judgment Day? Because I was surprised that Roxanne and Liv walked out together and not Raquel. Maybe because fucking Adam Pearce sent her home. I think Adam Pearce sent her home, so maybe I was paying attention. But yeah, whatever, man. Javon Evans. This is the hilarious because Javon Evans literally got announced on the Raw roster during a commercial break. So none of us saw it unless you were on Twitter and somebody from like the other side of the country posted on Twitter and said, hey, Javon Evans is now on the Raw roster. Wow, I would have liked to known on the broadcast. I would have liked to see Javon Evans on there, but you know, that's the booking. That's what they do. You know what I mean? Plus, what do you think they're gonna do with Javon Evans? Seriously, while Triple H is booking this, what do you think they're gonna do with Javon Evans? I don't think they're gonna do anything with Javon Evans. I can't really take Javon Evans serious if they're literally announcing him on the Raw roster during a commercial break. You know what I mean? Plus, this guy, the very first time I seen this guy for real was on Saturday Night's Main Event. His entrance, not the very first time, but maybe the first time in a while. I forgot how his entrance music sounded, but this guy, his literally first words is, that boy is bouncy. And then he comes out with a 6'7" shirt. And I'm supposed to take this nigga serious because he's a high flyer. Nigga, we got 1 million high flyers on the roster. Dude, what makes him captivating for anybody? I'm sorry. I mean, besides the in-ring stuff, why do I believe that he will be a world champion? And I think the kid is great, like legit. I think he's great in the ring. But his character is a joke. And I hope he realizes that. I cannot take you serious to be a world champion one day, and you are literally wearing a shirt with 6'7" on it, and the first words of your theme song is, that boy is bouncy. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I pray that this guy can be something magical. I'm telling you, because, you know, I can see the potential. He's so young, and I wish him the best, but I don't trust Triple H. And his character just ain't there for me. But announcing him on the main roster, on the Raw roster, during commercial break is hilarious. Plus, this whole Raw, what was the point of this Stranger Things Raw when it was all ads? I've seen more DoorDash, more Cricket Wireless, more fucking Slim Jim ads than anything in my life. It's unbelievable. This Raw was nothing but advertisement. So it's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? And then you have the main event. Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match was botch galore as well. You had good moments, good kickouts, you know, here and there. Braun Breaker, I will say, there was this one GTS he got hit with. I thought it was over because this was after the weak-ass Vision. That's another group that I can't stand. This group is so weak. They had Rey Mysterio, who's 50 years old, and Penta come out and run him out of the ring so easily. Run them out of the fucking arena so easily. Are you serious? Now, I'm supposed to take these niggas serious. You know what I mean? But, yeah, there was this one kick out Braun Breaker did was really cool. You know what I mean? I will say that. But, the problem is with Braun Breaker, I've seen this guy get dropped on his head, drop himself on his head so many times. And you know what I mean? And he's so lucky that he's stocky and he's built. Bro, this dude literally tried to hit, like, I think a Hurricane Rana on the top rope, and he fucking just completely fell on his head. Almost gave himself immediate CTE. He probably already has it. That's why he be tweaking. But, you know, he immediately hit his head, and he's grabbing at it and stuff. I thought he was concussed. I thought the match was going to be kind of over and stuff. But it's just crazy because this guy, he's going to hurt himself really bad, and I really hope not. And he needs to watch it, bro. Like, I'm glad he did not get hurt tonight. Like, and that's why I tell people, like, that's why I want the booking for wrestlers to be so good, because they're putting their, anything can happen in these matches, bro. Like, these motherfuckers putting their lives on the line in this ring, like, legit. And they're putting their health, bodies, like, that ring mat hurts, you know what I mean? And then this guy falling on his neck, doing some ridiculous move on old ass CM Punk. It's just like, come on, bro. And CM Punk over here, like, you know, he's trying to, he had like a knee pad or something trying to cover something. I think he had a wardrobe malfunction or something. His ball's gonna fall out or some shit. I don't know. But he had like a knee pad in the middle of his dick. I don't know what was going on, but you know, this match, you know, and people, wrestling fans' bar is so low. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a match. A great match is a match that you would go back and rewatch. I would not rewatch this match. You know what I mean? CM Punk literally no-sold a elbow through the table. Braun Breaker jumped off, I think, the top rope onto fucking CM Punk through a table. CM Punk literally lays there and then gets up, no-souls it, and hits Braun Breaker with one more GTS, and the 1, 2, 3, and that's the match, and CM Punk retains. That's it. That's literally it. Go watch it for yourself. Go watch this whole Monday Night Raw for yourself and tell me what was captivating about this Raw. What was captivating? Stranger Things? Bro, I could have sworn Stranger Things it's over. The finale is over. What was the point of promoting Stranger Things tonight when the fucking show is over with? Like, explain that to me. The finale just happened on, what, New Year's Eve? The show is over. It would make more sense to promote the show maybe on the last Monday Night Raw of the year, like the one they did last Monday. Wouldn't that be smarter? Why would you promote Stranger Things when it's already over a whole week after? Like, that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Plus, none of the cast members were there. Just idiotic. Who is smoking crack in the writer's room? It makes no sense. And Netflix, bro, you guys just got robbed. Like, I'm telling you, Netflix is gonna opt out. They're gonna opt out. They're gonna go to court and opt out, man. What is the deal? 5 years, bro? I'm telling you, they're gonna opt out. They're gonna opt out of this deal. They didn't get their investment of return. I'm telling you, they're not. WWE is not even they got beat out by fireplace sounds. Legit. Go look on Netflix. They literally got beat out for top 10 shows. WWE Raw got beat out from a fireplace ASMR sounds. Like, it's crazy, bro. Unbelievable, man. The show is a joke. I continue to question myself why, you know, I still watch this, but I think it's because of, you know, I grew up with WWE and I really love, you know, WWE. And I know it's not loving me back for years or right now and stuff, but you know, I still have some sort of attachment to these wrestlers, you know, and the spectacle is still there for me a little bit. But these weekly shows, man, this is the first Raw I have watched fully probably since I maybe streamed my last one. When I last went to Raw, you know, when I was in Sacramento, you know. But it just stinks, man. Monday Night Slaw. That's what I call it. Monday Night Sewage. Monday Night Raw Sewage, you know? It's crazy, man. It's actually sad what's going on. Triple H, you want to talk about Stranger Things? Nigga, you're Vecna. Actually, you're Vecna. You know what I mean? You stink, you know? It's just crazy, bro. I would like to know who's the mind flayer in Triple H's brain, because what the fuck is going on with WWE the last few years? You know what I mean? It's just like, we just all want this to be better. All these goofy fans, for all the goofy fans to sit here and say that we're being, you know, we're all being negative, too negative, and, you know, if you don't like it, you don't watch. You sound dumb, because if you don't really, if you don't speak on it, you're just accepting slop. You know what I mean? And I get the other side where it's like, if you're still paying and you're still watching, you're still accepting slop. Yeah, it's both sides of that. But it's like, we're passionate. You know what I mean? I don't have to talk about wrestling. It's because I want to. And I love this shit. You know what I mean? I love all the companies. I love AEW. I love TNA. I love Well, I'm starting to like New Japan. I just watched Wrestle Kingdom, you know what I mean? Shout out Tanahashi, you know, but it's like, you know, I love wrestling. Wrestling's in my blood. That's why my handle says Miles Bleeds Wrestling, you feel me? But it's like, you know, it's just sad what's going on because WWE is that bigger conglomerate, you know what I mean? And we all know that. And that's, if WWE does good, all these other companies really shoot to the moon as well, you know what I mean? It's just unfortunate, man. Plus, they were teasing Chris Jericho for whatever reason. And I like to ask people, do you really care about a Chris Jericho return? Like, do you really care? What is Chris Jericho going to do at 55 years old? Like, seriously, like, I'm trying to understand that. Like, hey, it's cool for nostalgic, like, purposes, but whatever, man. All Triple H is cheap pops, title changes, and that's it. He's just a cheap pop merchant. That's all Triple H is with his booking. Look at this Raw. It's all cheap pops. It's all cheap pops. Just title changes. That's it, bro. It's weak. You know, I'm glad they had Pyro to start the show and everything, but that's what it is. You know, it's just sad. And I'm sick of WWE doing the shit like this, but they're not going to care. And to those fans that say stop paying for it, you are right. I think you got to hit them where their pockets is, you know, and I got to, at some point, I know, to be honest, I know I'm not ready to let that go, but I know at some point I got to, you know, I got to let that go. I got to stop paying for shit, you know what I mean? Luckily, Netflix, I watch other shows on Netflix, so I've been had Netflix before WWE Raw got on there, but, you know, I going to shows and stuff, it's all fun for me and everything, but you know, I gotta learn how to stop doing that. You know, we gotta, you know, when WWE realizes that they're gonna have to tarp out the whole arenas because nobody's there, you know, maybe they'll start changing. TKO will start changing because they clearly don't care about the fans. You know, they promoted this Raw like it was gonna be crazy. Not even the fucking Stranger Things cast wanted to be there, but yeah, that's all I gotta say. Triple K is a fucking cheap pop merchant, and yeah, you guys, this show stinks, you know what I mean? And you just have to be honest. I wish more content creators would be honest about this stupid ass show, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy. And another thing, CM Punk, dude, look, CM Punk has grown on me over the years. Kevin Nash was right about you, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, man. That was Monday Night Raw. You go rewatch it. If you don't like what I gotta say, you go rewatch it and tell me what's captivating. Don't tell me just what you like. Tell me what captivated you tonight. Tell me what storylines you feel like just progressed into the next that you just gonna give a fuck about. Please tell me, you know, so I could be, maybe I missed something, you know what I mean? Because this is a wrestling forum, you know what I mean? Say your thoughts, you know what I mean? As long as you're not disrespectful, I'm open ears. You can say whatever. You can disagree with me, whatever, man. But, you know, I can't wait to hear the ratings for Raw. You know, actually, the ratings might be higher because they fucking promoted it so crazy. And plus, it was a TV show themed Raw. You know what I mean? Stranger Things. But, yeah, man. You tell me what's going on with it. And that's about it, man. That's all I got to say about it. And I appreciate and love each and every one of you that stuck through the whole video. And, yeah. I'll catch y'all in the next one, and peace.